Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below. Hello everyone, and in today's video I am going to be talking about Doctor Who, obviously once again, but we now have a confirmed premiere date for Doctor Who returning for season 1. It's very exciting. It's going to be airing in May, and we now know it is going to be the 11th of May. There's going to be a nice little press release we're going to be going through. I'll be doing a trailer breakdown as well, but that's going to be its own separate video that will also be dropping within the next hour or so stay tuned for that. But anyway, yeah, let's get into this press release and have a look at what BBC are saying about Doctor Who, because there's a few interesting things I want to touch upon. Okay, so from the official Doctor Who website itself, Doctor Who Season 1 premieres on the 11th of May 2024. Simultaneous global premiere date is revealed as the Doctor launches into the Whoniverse on BBC and Disney+. Doctor Who is set to make an explosive return on the 11th of May, as the TARDIS will make its global premiere around the Whoniverse. No time travel required, Doctor Who returns on the 11th of May. Well, I'd like a bit of time travel, but, it's less than 2 months away, which is very exciting. There's the trailer. I am going to be breaking that down in its own separate video, because I want to have a little bit of a discussion about this, because there's a few things that have been pointed out here. So, for those in the UK, for the first time ever, the Doctor will land with 2 new episodes premiering on BBC iPlayer at midnight before arriving on BBC One later that day, right before the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final. Okay, so that's something that I want to talk about, but we'll get onto that after finishing this statement. At the same time, those outside the UK can watch the Doctor and Ruby on their epic adventures, as the TARDIS is set to land on Disney Plus where available. Viewers in the UK will now be able to watch whenever and wherever they choose, with the option to stream at midnight on BBC iPlayer or tune in at prime time on Saturday nights on BBC One. The new season of Doctor Who will see Ncuti Gatwa return as the 15th Doctor, alongside Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. It comes after they make their highly acclaimed debut on the Christmas Day special that's just passed, The Church on Ruby Road. Within the upcoming series, audiences will see the Doctor and Ruby travel through time and space on adventures to unknown lands, to the Regency era in England, to outer space worlds and the 60s. This season will also see the return of Michelle Greenidge as Carla Sunday, Angela Winter as Cherry Sunday, and Anita Dobson and Mrs. Flood, as well as an array of guest stars, including Jinx Monsoon, Anna Rain Barnard, Yasmin Finney, Jonathan Groff, Bonnie Langford, Gemma Redgrave, Lenny Rush, and Indira Varma as well, with more to be announced soon. So there's a lot of guest stars here. And Russell T Davies has said, "Alas, it's my great delight to unleash a whole new season of the Doctor and Ruby's adventures together, monsters, chases, villains, mysteries, and a terrifying secret that's been spanning time and space for decades. Don't miss a second." Now that's very interesting. A terrifying secret that's been spanning time and space for decades. I'm guessing that's going to be the series arc. So the BBC is the exclusive home of Doctor Who in the UK, as it premieres at midnight on May the 11th on BBC iPlayer. Then it will air on BBC One that evening. Outside the UK, Doctor Who begins streaming on the 10th of May at 7 PM Eastern Time on Disney Plus, where available, giving audiences a global simultaneous launch. And an episode will continue to drop on BBC iPlayer at midnight, followed by the primetime slot on BBC One each week following that. So, oh boy, okay, obviously I'm going to save the trailer for its own separate video, but let's talk about this. Now, honestly, I am so kind of worried, well, not worried, no, because it's only a bloody TV show, but at the end of the day, I'm a little bit annoyed that this is the model that Doctor Who is taking now. It's moving away from the traditional TV formats of just having episodes drop at, say, 7 PM every Saturday, and instead, it's going towards the iPlayer route. That's kind of, it's how it's been done with other TV shows. Thankfully, it's not dropping all 8 episodes in one day like they do with the rest of the BBC shows, or well, a fair few of them, where they drop them all on one day on iPlayer and then they're streamed weekly, not streamed weekly, they're aired weekly on BBC One or something. I'm glad that's not the case. It could have been a lot worse, but this is certainly taking the Disney Plus model that we've seen with Marvel and Star Wars shows, where the premiere date has like 2 or maybe even 3 episodes, because I think Andor had like 3 episodes. But yeah, it's very interesting that that is the case. Maybe the first 2 episodes are going to be a 2-parter. Perhaps that is the case. And maybe, you know, this is a bit of experimentation, and perhaps, you know, depending on fan feedback and stuff, you know, obviously when the episodes air and stuff like that, that could be, you know, the case moving forward with Season 2 or Series 15 or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I can't lie, the whole thing about releasing episodes on, you know, at midnight on iPlayer, I don't know, that just kind of, I don't know, like, maybe I'm being a little bit too, like, old-fashioned, because, you know, I'm used to just Doctor Who airing on TV, but I just miss that, you know, hype during the day of, like, okay, Doctor Who's going to be on in the evening, and hey, even if I didn't enjoy the era, like, even in, you know, the Jodie and Chibnall era, which, you know, I wasn't a massive fan of, I still enjoyed, you know, a fair bit of it, as I've, you know, discussed a lot on the channel in the past, but even then, like, I always knew that Doctor Who was going to be on a certain day, and, you know, when that day came, I was just hyped, because I just knew that I was going to run home, get on the TV, and watch Doctor Who, whereas now it's just going to be, okay, it's on iPlayer at midnight, which, you know, is a little bit disappointing, and obviously, you know, there is the Disney involvement to factor into why this has happened, because obviously Disney Plus, with the global simultaneous launch, but also as well, you know, it's going to be following the release model of Disney Plus shows, so, yeah, obviously, you know, I don't want to put too much of a downer on it, because obviously, you know, it is less than 2 months away now, and I can't wait to watch Doctor Who. I really can't. You know, I am still excited for the new series. It's just, yeah, it is just a shame about the release model. Maybe I am just being like an old-fashioned guy or something. But yeah, you know, it is a little bit disappointing. But hey, if Doctor Who can benefit from this change, then I'm certainly not going to knock it. But obviously, only time will tell if it benefits or not. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, because I want to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So yeah, share the video, leave a like, yeah, all that cool stuff. Leave a comment as well. What do you think of this change? And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.